Jessica, thank you so much for joining me on Books and Booktok. How are you keeping today?
I'm very good. How are you? I'm very excited
I'm
to be
good.
here.
Are you going to laugh at me now the whole way through this, trying to be
I'm already
professional?
trying not to laugh at you. Okay? Please don't make it worse. Because you will
Yeah.
be. I'm just not used to us in this professional
No,
capacity.
no. For
No?
anybody that's watching, myself and Jessica are actually quite good friends. We kind of met on Book Talk, didn't we, Jess?
We did.
Yeah. So I had to have you on for an interview. So do you want to tell everybody at home who you are, what it is you do on Book Talk, and who you are behind the camera?
Yes, well, I'm Jessica. I'm from Ireland. I am a mother of three young kids. I used to have a book talk. I don't anymore. I might bring it back, but for the meantime, I'm primarily on Instagram at Read Between the Ink. And I
Yeah.
post book reviews and just pretty book pictures and lots of thirst traps about morally grey men that I love.
Yeah. What was it that started reading for you, Jess?
My grandparents gave me the first three Harry Potters when I was 9.
Okay.
And I didn't actually read them at the time when they were given to me. I went to see the first one in the cinema when I was 8, and
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is like the beginning of like my fantasy journey. And then I
Yeah.
actually read the books properly then when I was 10, and that kind of started me off in my proper reading journey. I also got the Princess Diary books as a present from my auntie
Okay.
when
Love
I was
them.
that age as well. So I already had like two conflicting sides. I had like the
Yeah.
fantasy girly with Harry Potter and then like the girly girly with the Princess Diaries. But like they were like my earliest memory of the books that I read when I was younger. So yeah, definitely those two.
Did you continuously read until your teenagers, or like, because I found a lot of people that I've spoken to, like, there is a drop like in the reading, and then you kind of take it back up when you're an adult. Like, did that happen to you too, or
Yeah,
were you always a reader?
I think like I would have read a lot when I was younger, but then as a
Mm.
teenager, I wouldn't have read much at all. Like I was very
Yeah.
much like homework was homework, and then like reading outside of homework was like no.
Yeah.
And it's not because
Yeah.
I didn't
That's
like it, it's just because I didn't pick a book up. I suppose I was so interested in being a teenager and doing teenager things that I was like, who has time to read? But when
yeah.
I was 21, I read the Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. I read them all on my
Okay.
Kindle because my partner had got me a Kindle for my birthday, and I downloaded them all, and I absolutely devoured that series. I think it was 6 books, and I think I was reading them as they were coming out. So like there could have been maybe like 6 months to a year a gap, but I was absolutely obsessed. So Cassandra Clare definitely sparked my interest back into reading.
Yeah.
So that was
Okay.
like my proper like bam.
Yeah. What was it then that took you to Book Talk? Because initially you had a Book Talk account initially. So will we start kind of there and just kind of give me a
Yeah,
bit of background
so
as to what actually influenced you to start your Book Talk account?
I actually had an Instagram back in 2015, and it's
Okay.
called
Was it
Jess
Instagram
Books.
first?
It was Instagram first.
Okay.
So
Oh, okay.
I had an account called, I think it's like Jess Books underscore X. It's still there. I didn't delete it. Could I tell you the login details? No, but it's still there. And
Okay.
that's when I first read, started reading Sarah J. Maas. So I also read ACOTAR and Trona Glass as they were coming out. And
Okay.
then I think I gotten pregnant with my daughter like a year later. So like the reading kind of waned again, you
Yeah.
know? And then 4 years ago, I came back onto Instagram again as a book account. I think it was
Okay.
called Jessica Books at the time before I renamed it to Read Between the Ink. And then I
Yeah.
was like, okay, TikTok. I was like, TikTok's popular. Lots of people are talking about books on there. I'm going to join there too. So yeah, I think I started Book Talk in 2022.
Okay.
And yeah, was really, really bad at it. I didn't know what I was doing.
Or not.
No, but like back then I was because like trends and everything else like weren't a thing. And I feel like the
Okay.
book talk community like wasn't massive, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't really have like competition with other people. You were kind of just
Yeah.
posting videos of like, what you were reading or maybe like a few sounds that were popular, like you'd do videos on them, but it wasn't to the extent that it is now,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah. No,
Um,
I got you.
so yeah, that's kind of so I had Instagram or I have Instagram and then I had Book Talk up until 2 months ago, I think I deactivate the account. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna primarily stick to Instagram for now.
Will we talk about why? Why did you deactivate Book Talk?
I think, especially as a mother of three young kids and one on the spectrum, like I don't
Mhm.
have time to give myself to both accounts.
Yeah,
And any opportunity I've ever been given in terms of like receiving proofs or book arcs or
yeah,
invitations to like author meetings, they've all come from Instagram. I think as an Irish person on Book Talk, it's very hard to get those opportunities that, yes, let's say the
yeah,
people from the UK are getting, you know. And it can be disheartening, especially when you put a lot of effort like into your content, like on Book Talk, and it doesn't get
yeah,
you anywhere. And like, you see all these people and, they're going to all these really exciting events and they're getting all this amazing book mail and you're kind of like, oh, like, why can't I get that? But the
yeah,
reason why you can't get it is because you're not in the UK, like you're in Ireland.
yeah,
So I was kind of like, I like Instagram more for that in terms of there's a lot more opportunities with publishers on Instagram. And I also like Instagram more because I feel like it's a lot less, you don't have to try as hard.
yeah,
I feel like there's a lot of competition on Book Talk, whereas on Instagram there isn't. I feel like on Book Talk you have to like upload all the time, you have to have your editing down to a certain
the
way,
algorithm
whereas
crucifies you. Yeah,
yeah, whereas on Instagram you can kind of just whack up anything that you want and not have to
yeah,
worry that it's going to get X and Y amount of views, you can just post
yeah,
and let it be that.
yeah.
Whereas on Book Talk I think it's just so much harder.
I don't think people really get that. Like I think people
Mm.
think that like you go on to TikTok and that's it, you get 20,000 views on a video. It does not happen. That does
No.
not happen. Like there is a recipe for posting all over TikTok, and if you don't hit that recipe, you're not getting viral videos. You're not getting the views.
Yeah.
Like, and I know people obsess about views all the time, right?
Mm.
And then you'll have the group of people that'll sit there and be like, "Oh my God, your view count doesn't matter." Well, like, why are you on TikTok then? Like, if you're
Mm.
not actually trying to concentrate on getting your views up, getting your followers, growing your accounts, then what are you doing TikTok for? Because we're all trying I find that there's too much competition because we're all trying to climb the ladder.
Yeah.
And then I think the support that comes with that is non-existent on TikTok. And that's why I prefer Instagram myself. I
Mm.
think there's more organic engagement, more organic people, more supportive people, to be honest
Yeah.
with you, I find on Instagram. And I do agree. I think it's predominantly dominated by American influencers and English influencers
Mm.
on TikTok. I really do. And we are so disadvantaged like that. Like when it comes to getting books and PR and things like that, a lot of my opportunities have came from Instagram as well.
Yeah, I just find like I didn't make a book account to have competition with other people, but I
Yeah.
felt like that when I was on Book Talk that I wasn't in that I
Yeah.
was in competition with people.
Yeah.
I made an account to have fun, to find like-minded people who read the same books that I read,
Yeah.
and to
Yeah.
also obviously, make friends and engage and support other people. But I just find like it's too toxic over there as well as the lack of opportunities for Irish creators. I feel like everything just blows up on Book Talk. You can't say anything, you can't do anything. Whereas on Instagram, as I said, you can just post your picture, you can post your reel, you can post your story, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that. You're not going to be worrying a half an hour later saying, "Oh God, like did I get cancelled or did this happen or whatever."
Like
You
yeah,
know?
I whack up a video about Sarah J. Maas or Tona Glass or Akatar, and I'm not
Yeah,
worried about whether or not I'm going to get cancelled because the trolls are going to come for you left, right, and centre. Like when you're
yeah,
when you're on TikTok, like, and I don't think people realize how serious book talk is.
I
I
know.
don't think people get that. It's still actually like it dumbfounds me still to this day. Like, now I know I only started my accounts last September, but it still baffles me that this is how serious book talk has become. That like people, you can't have opinions, you have to be so politically correct about how you say things online.
Hmm.
You have to be worrying about, can I promote this author's like book? Am I going to get hate for that? Like
Hmm.
I've seen it myself with Jodie King recently, with the absolute hate that woman received online. Now, I am very much of the mind frame that like I don't really care what an author does in their personal time. I don't really care for their political views, and I don't really care for what it is that they believe in as a person, because I don't know that author as a person.
Hmm.
Until I know them and I can judge them as a human being, I'll have an opinion on that. But other than that, I just want your book. I'm just going to judge your book, like, and that's it. I don't care
Yeah.
about all the background noises that come with it. But even authors now have no peace and quiet. They have no peace and quiet because of the trolling
Yeah.
and the way people think that it's okay to absolutely bombard people all over TikTok. I find Instagram is safer. I prefer to be on Instagram myself. I think it's an awful lot more of a safer community. And I feel that, like that, if I'm not feeling like posting today, I can hop onto my stories and I can do a little chat on my stories about what I'm reading today instead of having to worry about if I don't post a video today, my views are going to plummet to 300.
Yeah. 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 I find that with TikTok, like if you don't consistently post, then your whole account kind of just goes,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
I
I
know
don't like
it
that.
is. No, no, I don't either. It's like they punish you. It's like they punish you for
But it's like having a
not
job.
posting today.
I don't
Yeah,
want it as a job. I think like this is a passion for me, and I know it is for you. But like if it starts to feel like it's work, then I don't
yeah.
want to do it.
I know. I know.
You know.
I'm gone kind of like that lately as well. I'm kind of like, do I get rid of the TikTok account? Do I just concentrate on Instagram? And like, bear in mind now, Instagram actually is not my highest following. I have a higher following on
Mm,
TikTok, but I'm just really over it. I'm
yeah.
really over the crap. Like, I'm really over if I don't post a 4-second video, I'm not getting views and I'm not getting likes and I'm not getting engagement. I am over having to sit there and be repetitive all the time about the same books and the same genre, because if not, it's going to throw the algorithm and I'm not going to get views and I'm not going to get followers.
Oh yeah.
Like, I just wish you could sit there and talk about what you want to talk about. And it's not the case. It's really not the case. Nobody wants to hear about, like, especially as an Irish content creator, I find nobody wants to hear about the Irish authors. Like, nobody wants to hear about like indie recommendations or
Mm,
like, unless you're Rena Kent, Leah Rivers, and I say this all the time, unless you're Rena Kent, Leah Rivers, all those big authors, you're not getting views and you're not getting likes.
yeah. Well, that's just what I'm on about, especially with TikTok. As you said, they're having to film like a certain amount of seconds on a video or using
Yeah,
like a certain author's name to get the views. Like, I don't want to have to conform to that.
exactly.
Like, it's meant to be freedom of expression, but yet we're being put into this corner where we have to make these type of videos in order for them to be successful. So, you just don't have that on Instagram.
No, to be honest with you, it opened my eyes. I'll never believe anything.
Yeah.
It really has opened my eyes. Just in
Yeah.
terms of your reading, Jessica, what genres do you prefer to make content about? What genres do you like to read most?
Uh, Fantasy primarily. I
Yeah,
read a
you
lot of
are
fantasy. Like
very.
I am a fantasy head. And when I need a break from fantasy, I'll read a dark romance or a thriller.
Yeah,
They're like my top three. I go through phases as well. Like I'll read fantasy for like 2 months and then I find that like a lot of them can be very chunky, so they can put you into a slump. So I'll be forced to read a thriller because if I don't, then I can't go from one chunky fantasy into another one.
yeah.
Especially if it's an 8 book series, I need a break. So usually to break up series like that, I would read a thriller or a dark romance. To be honest, I would read all genres. I think the only genre that I kind of haven't dabbled into would be historical fiction, and that's not because I don't want to. Like I know you've read a few, and there's a few that I do want
Yeah,
to read. It's just I don't want to cry.
yeah. I am such a sucker for the Holocaust and for Auschwitz. I am a
Yeah,
sucker for them stories. I love
like I'm
them.
I'm looking at them
Absolutely
here on
love
my
historical
bookshelf.
fiction.
Like I have like what's it? Is it Silka's Choice?
Yeah,
What are those books? There's like a series of books. They were all written a couple of years ago about um World War Two. But yeah, I love that time. Like I love reading books about World War Two. I think in that
yeah.
sense, yes, I love historical fiction, but like I would love to broaden my mind and read more. That's
Oh,
not
I
just
think
about Auschwitz.
honestly, yeah, I think we need more content like that. Honestly,
Yeah,
I am getting very kind of like, I don't know if it's the ADHD or what it is, Jessica, but
maybe.
it probably is. I just get so fed up with looking at the same content all the time on repeat. And I
Mm,
really wish that more content creators would actually post reviews like that. I really do, because I love them types of books. Like, and it's
yeah,
very hard to get. Well, now, there you go. Maybe it's a niche now for Instagram.
yeah.
But it's
Historical
very
fiction.
hard to find. Yeah, historical fiction now is going to be the new jam.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I think it's hard to find people who are reading that sort of stuff. So,
Yeah,
Might
like
be
one
a
of
new
my really good friends on Bookstagram would read a lot of historical fiction, and she would read a lot of Greek mythology.
ooh.
Yeah. And I
That's a
like
genre
I
I've not dabbled in now.
yeah, and like there's a few books that I actually have that she's given me that I really do need to pick up because I have a feeling that I'm going to really enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's going into new territory. Like I'm a stickler for fantasy, thriller, dark romance. I don't really
Yeah.
like going out of my comfort zone. I do every now and again, but not enough.
Yeah. What is your favorite fantasy series?
Throne of Glass by Sarah J.
Yeah.
Maas.
The
Um,
queen, absolute queen.
that is top tier,
Cheer.
god tier for me.
Oh,
I have reread that at least about 7 times. And am I allowed to pick three? Okay, can I pick three? So that would be
okay.
number
Give me
one.
your top three. Yeah.
So Throne of Glass number one. Number two is the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. So the first
Oh,
book being Killed.
really?
Yes. Oh my God, I love that series so much. Like I can't say his name because he has many names in the book series, and it will kind of
Okay, okay,
spoil because he's
okay.
many different people to many different people. But if I say his name, then anyway, I'm not gonna say anything. But yeah, Plated Prisoner
Would you tell
series.
me to read that ASAP?
Oh
Like, would
God,
that be
yes.
into it?
Oh,
All
it's
right,
so
okay.
good. Like it starts off with an orgy, and you're like, what is going on here? Yeah. So
I love that.
it's dark fantasy. Like I remember picking it up
Okay,
and I had it for ages and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna read this. And I read the first page and I was like, oh, this is intriguing. And
okay,
then lo and
okay.
behold, I binged the whole thing. And third, uh, are we on about is it just fantasy?
No, it can be anything.
Boys of Tommen, number three.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know the last two interviews that I have done, she has came up in every single
Yeah.
interview. Now, these questions are not repetitive, guys, for anybody that's watching, okay?
Yeah.
We do
We
try and
all
jazz
just
it up.
like the same things.
We all just love Chloe Walsh so, so much.
Yeah.
Can I be controversial? All right, and this is a
Sure.
very unplanned, out of there
When
question.
are you not?
Most controversial person you'll ever meet in your life, right?
Hmm.
What are your thoughts on the new TV show? Please be kind.
I'm going to be very kind.
No, give me
Um,
your honest opinion. I want your honest opinion.
I would love if it is done correctly,
Yeah.
okay? And when I say correctly, I mean Chloe gets the show that her books deserves, okay? Because
Yes.
I don't know how much influence she's going to have. I would
I think she's
assume
the executive producer, so she is.
I would assume she'd have a lot of influence. I'm hoping she will, because if she does, then it will be done to perfection. So
Yeah.
what I need is I need an all Irish cast. I don't want any fake accents.
Okay.
I would
Fair.
absolutely love to be set in Cork. I think that would be brilliant. And what is my other one?
Jessica's like, can I play Mammy Lynch?
Yeah, I'll be Mammy Lynch.
Yeah.
I am the hot mom.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and I need it to be true to the 2000s, the early 2000s. I mean, let's take Aoife and Joey, right? I want Aoife with the thin eyebrows, no eyebrows at all,
Yes.
drawn on,
No eyebrows. Yeah,
bleached peroxide hair, the
yeah.
orange makeup with the line under the chin.
The pan
Um,
stick.
the pants stick. I want the baggy pants.
Yeah.
I really want it to be true to the early 2000s aesthetic. I want credit running out on phones. Like Eve was ringing Joey and her was like, oh fuck, I have no
Yeah.
credit. You know? I want
Or the Bluetooth, like, do you know what the Bluetooth, like, because you want a ringtone?
yes,
Do you
yes, yes,
remember that?
yes.
Yeah.
Or like the
Infrared.
stickers on the back of your phone that would let you know if someone was going to ring you. It would like vibrate like
Yeah.
10 seconds
Or
beforehand.
the Nokia, was it the
30
3310 that you could actually
3210.
make?
Oh no.
Yes!
Yeah, it would
That you can
sync.
make your own cover. You can make your own cover for.
Oh yes, 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 yes. Oh, and you could cut them out of paper.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, I think if she has a really good say in that show, then it will be
yeah,
done fabulously.
yeah. I
Because
think all my, sorry, I interrupted you. Go on.
no, go ahead.
All my wishes and dreams came true when she made that announcement. And
Yeah,
I suppose, well, you'd know because I rant to you about a lot of the stuff. Like, the last couple of days, I suppose watching people tear her down on the internet has been
Mm.
really hard to watch. Like, especially as an Irish book content creator, it's been really, really hard to kind of sit there and stay quiet about it.
Yeah,
Um,
well, she's one of her own, so
she is
it's
one of her own, and I do feel so protective of her. I can't explain it. It's such a strange feeling. Like, I do feel so protective of her.
mm,
I think it's knowing and reading them books and knowing that like these are actually real life experiences that she has dealt with her whole entire life. That you
yes,
just feel that extra bit, kind of
yeah.
like leave her alone, give her her break. That woman has been through enough in her life.
I think like I only read the Boys to Tommen last year, and
Yeah. Same.
I grew up in a home exactly like Shannon and Joey.
Yeah.
So you can guess who my favorite character is. It is Joey Lynch. Um, I would be
Yeah.
very much like Joey, minus the addiction.
Yeah, I kind of feel that Chloe Walsh kind of describes everybody growing up as a millennium. I think she kind of really done a good job at showing that this is actually what normal Ireland was like to live in the early 2020s. Like, there was an awful lot of abuse in homes. There was a lot of
Mm,
parental abuse. Parental abuse was a big thing when we were growing up. And it was just the way that the crack and the banter was in Ireland
yeah.
in that age. We were all out drinking bottles of vodka in the fields. We were all,
Oh, under
dealing,
bridges, the whole shebang. I don't know
yeah,
how we're alive, to be honest.
no, dealing with situations that we probably shouldn't have been dealing with, as teenagers. We should have been worried about going to school and not having to worry about, situations like that. Not, it was just one of those things. It was how were all reared in the early 20s. And I think she's done a really good job of showing that to her readers, to be honest. I often see this as a YA recommendation in the shops,
Oh God, no.
in bookshops, and I am like itching. I do be itching, like, excuse me, like, that's actually not a YA book.
It really is not. Like
No.
I typically don't get I get emotional reading books, but
Yeah.
like I sobbed, especially like for Joey's story,
Yeah.
particularly. Like as I said, like that's personal to me. But like I just couldn't get over the amount of emotion that came out of me. Like just reading the whole series as well as a whole, like it was just as you said there, like it summed up perfectly what a lot of families were going through behind closed doors
Yeah.
in the 90s, early 20 or 2000s. Like if I'd read them back then, it might have encouraged me or other people to speak out because a lot
Yeah.
of stuff back then it was hush hush,
Yeah.
you don't talk about it.
No.
Or people knew and they did nothing.
Yeah.
And that would have been the case for me. Like if that happened now, like if you knew, let's say your friend was in like an abusive home, like 9 times out of 10, like you're phoning someone.
Yeah.
Like that's not something that you shy away from now, but definitely in the 90s, early 2000s, yes, like you saw it, but you said none. Like that was the
Perfect.
mentality,
Yeah. Yeah.
So fair play to Chloe Walsh for writing such an amazing series, which thankfully is not over. It's
Yeah. I
continuing,
know. I know.
Um, she really struck gold. Like the fact that I don't know, was it because of TikTok it blew up? It could have been. Because I
Maybe.
know obviously
Maybe.
it was indie published first. But I thank I'm not a believer of God, but I thank whoever out there who made that go viral.
Yeah.
Like whoever
Yeah.
set the chain of motion for her because everyone that I've recommended this series to people that don't read
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh my God, Jessica," you know.
It would be a series that I would be recommending. Like, if somebody texted me and said to me they didn't want to read fantasy or anything like that, and they were kind
Mm,
of like, I want to get into reading, it would definitely be the series that I'd be recommending. My friend, well, she's not, well, she is a friend too, but she's married to my cousin Sharon. Um, I had only gotten back into reading, and she had said it to me multiple
yeah,
times. Please read The Boys of Tommen, and I was like, yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah, I'll get to it.
yeah,
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 I'll
yeah,
get to it. When I picked up that first book, I literally texted her and I was like, I am so sorry that it took me so long to pick this up.
yeah,
It was an absolute masterpiece. The way she just sucks you into that world, you're so immersed. It's like you're being thrown back. It's like you're thrown back to your teenage years. I felt like it was like
mm,
this was us going to school on a Monday morning. And this is
yeah.
just, it was norm. It was just, you were immersed in the world of Ballylion, and it was just a 5-star reading
I
experience.
know, and they actually mentioned UL University, which is in Limerick, where I'm from. So I was like, oh. And I also find it's such a flex because you know when you open up the book and it
Yeah,
has the pronunciation guide, and I'm like, let's pretend this is a Koya Walsh book.
yeah.
I
Don't
don't
need
need that.
that.
I don't need that.
I think it's so funny when they try to break down Aoife, like
Yeah,
when
that's
they're
exactly
actually.
what I was thinking of.
I should be
Yeah.
like, no, lads, come on, eat that,
Eva.
Aoife.
Yeah. But obviously for
Gets me.
a non-Irish person, it's very much needed. But like as someone
Yeah,
who reads fantasy a lot, like for the first 500 pages, or because normally they're chunky books I read, I'm just like, I
yeah.
can't pronounce any of these names. And
No,
then along
no.
comes Boys of Tom, and I'm like, oh, don't need no
Yeah,
pronunciation guide. I can
yeah,
just
yeah.
skip past those pages.
Yeah, like I
Um,
think for Trona Glass, like I was calling Manon Blackby, I was calling her everything bar Manon, to be honest with you, from the get-go. Like I really struggled with the with the
yeah, I'm pretty
names.
sure I called her Mannion.
Mannion,
Mannion?
that's what I was calling
Mannion.
her, Jessica.
Yeah. And someone said it in Manon, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
Manon?
I was like, sorry. I was like, is that her name? What? Sorry, she's forever in my head. Mannion.
Mannion. Yeah,
Yeah,
but now that I think about it, Manon makes sense. But
yeah.
whatever.
So we are
Um,
for the Boys of Tommen series. We are. Yes, no, yeah,
we are very for the Boys of Tommen series, and
yeah.
I'm
Me
very
too.
for the show. As long as Chloe is heavily influenced with the show, then I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I don't think there's going to be an issue. You know?
My thing with Jessica is that the Cork accent is so hard. Like it's probably one of the strongest accents that we have in Ireland, right? And I know people be like,
Mm.
oh, the double accent or whatever. No, it's not. Like, I'm sorry now, right? I'm Irish. I can have my opinion on this. The Cork
Yeah.
accent is probably one of the hardest accents to replicate, I think, in Ireland, especially the area of Cork that this book is actually set in. So
Mm.
I personally feel she needs Irish. She is going to need to like scout like through Cork, like and get some Irish actors in because if you try to fake that accent, you're going to know it's fake and it's not going to flow.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I'd be very disappointed now if we didn't have
Yeah.
those accents to perfection because I think
I want
even
Killian
that,
Murphy.
oh my God, who would he play though?
I don't know. Maybe Teddy.
Don't, because I love Cillian Murphy, and if he plays Teddy Lynch, then I'm
Oh,
going to forever imagine just going, and not to Cillian
what about
Murphy,
Daddy
but just,
Kavanagh? What about Daddy Kavanagh?
uh, oh, Henry Cavill, if he was Irish, he has that
Only
big build.
if.
Yeah, if he was Irish, he has the
Yeah,
big build that I can
he
imagine
does. Yeah.
Daddy Kavanagh being.
Yeah.
Um, but I suppose they're more flexible with Johnny because obviously he's from Dublin,
Yeah.
so he won't be as hard to cast,
No,
you know?
Johnny does have to have the Dublin accent. He does because him and Gibbsy
Yeah.
kind of bounce off each other, and it's the Cork and the Dublin accent together. So you do need to have them. Like you do need to have them spot on, and
Yeah,
the
I'll be
dynamic
very,
between the actors has to be spot on there.
yeah, they have to have the what's the
Mhm.
word? Camaraderie? Camaraderie? They have to have that banter, and they have to
Yeah,
have that closeness
chemistry.
that, yeah,
Yeah,
they have to have the chemistry. Because if that's like the primary thing, if
yeah,
all the cast don't gel well together, then it's going to flop. But as I said, I've no doubt that Chloe will
yeah.
will
I'm
will
so
make it
excited.
amazing. I am very excited too,
I'm
you
so
know.
excited for it. I can't wait. How how do you juggle your well, not book talk anymore, your bookstagram? How do you juggle your social medias and your family life, Jess? How are you doing it?
Um, I go through like spurts. So for like 4 or 5 months, I could be really active, really on the
Yeah,
ball, like posting every day, and then I'll kind of have a come down and I won't be in the mood for it. You
yeah,
know, I'll just want to read for me
yeah,
and not want to have to post about it, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Um, but I feel like I've had that Bookstagram account now since 2022, so I've always dipped in and out, and I don't think it hinders me in any type of way. Like if people want to unfollow in my quiet weeks, then so be it.
yeah,
As I said, it's very much a hobby, and I like how I can dip in and out.
yeah.
Sometimes
No,
I'm great, I'm fantastic, I can post till the cows come home, and some weeks I just can't be arsed really. I
do
don't
you
want to take a
batch?
pretty picture.
Yeah,
No,
do
I
you batch
don't.
record? No.
No,
Wow,
I
that's
literally just wing
dedication.
it.
That's
I
dedication. I love that.
Yeah, I'll literally just be downstairs and I'll be, I don't know, making lunch or sitting down at the table. Then I'll just get an idea for content. Now, this could be a picture,
Yeah,
and I'll just fly up the stairs, and I'll take out my little white blanket because I have to have my white background of a blanket, and then I'll get
Okay.
all my little props, and I'll take out my books, and that's that, like nothing is ever premeditated. Like I don't sit there the night before with a diary writing ideas out, and probably I should do that. Yeah, there's the diary in question.
Yeah, I have to have direction because I have ADHD. If I don't
Yeah,
have
but do you
direction,
see where
I'm
I'm
going
going
nowhere.
with this?
Yeah,
The can be very active, then falls off the face of the earth for a couple of weeks. This is
yeah,
also ADHD behavior. I'll get really revved up and I'll be
yeah,
manic about it for like a month, and I'm like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. But I
yeah.
like not feeling that I have to post every week. I like
Mm,
being relaxed about it. Whereas on TikTok, I felt I couldn't do that. I felt like if I
yeah,
didn't post, then my account was going to just fall apart.
yeah. Have you
I
had
think,
any? Sorry, go on.
no, go ahead.
Have you had any opportunities from your Bookstagram account, like going to events or
I've had
anything like that?
I've had so many opportunities. Unfortunately, I haven't
Wow.
been able to go to a lot of them because a
Mm,
lot of them will be in Dublin
okay.
on an evening time during the week. So
Okay.
it's not
Awesome.
it's not doable and it's not practical. Obviously, I am very grateful to be asked to come to these events, but like as I said, timing and during the weekday, like with three young kids that are in school and whatnot, like and my husband works full time, it's just impossible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but like in terms of like book mail, I've had some amazing book mail from the likes of HarperCollins, Penguin, Bloomsbury. Like I'm incredibly grateful. Um, Never in a million years did I think that I'd be making book content and receiving books for free. Like that to me is
Yeah.
wild.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, like sometimes my brain can't comprehend it. Like I remember I got a
Yeah.
proof of one of my first ever proofs was Rootless Vows by Rebecca Ross, and I love Divine
Oh,
Rivals,
okay.
which
Nice.
wouldn't be my typical
Read.
genre. Yeah,
Okay.
it is fantasy, but there is historical fiction in there too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a really good book. But anyway, I got the second book as a proof, and that was like I made it moment.
Yeah.
I was like, someone has given me one of my favorite authors proofs, and like I just couldn't get over it.
You
Same with
know,
like I got Catabasis by R.F. Kuang. Like what? Like these really big named authors. Like the dream proof would be SJM. Like,
yeah.
could you imagine like getting a proof of Akatar 6?
If it
Like,
came in the door, you'd have to have a
I'd pass
defibrillator
away.
on standby. You'd have to have a defib because
I'd
I
be
would
I'd be
fucking
gone.
KO. I'd be gone.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
gone. I'd be brought down to the funeral home. I'd be carted off.
I
No one
was
would
saying the
know.
Hail Marys up in the graveyard.
Yeah, literally. But just know that I
Yeah.
died happy.
Yeah.
Probably not too happy because I didn't get to read the book, but knowing that I was the chosen one.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't think you ever get
it's really
over
cool.
that. Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't ever get over that feeling, don't you know? I think like I still get excited like when like I got my first HarperCollins PR in the
yeah.
post during the week. And that was the first time they ever sent me on then and I was on cloud nine. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, like, look at
It's
me,
just
look at me. Yeah.
it's like someone knows my name, or I think my husband like typed my name into Google, and like the AI gave like a description of who I was. Yeah,
What?
you should try this.
I'm gonna get Keith to do this. I'm gonna be like, hold on here now, Keith. Go and Google me.
Yeah, it said I was a book influencer, and I was like, oh,
Oh my God, Jessica.
yeah, and I
I
was like,
love that.
that's really cool, and he was like proud of
Oh.
you, and I was like, oh, thanks, babe.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
amazing. I love that. I love that.
So yeah, I've had a lot of opportunities from Instagram, and I never set out when I first made the account, like that was not my intention.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I'll be
then,
very honest now, like for me, like because I arc read, for me,
yeah,
like the only reason I started my book talk account was because of you. And I
stop
say this
it.
all the time. I do. I say
Stop,
this all
stop,
the
stop,
time.
stop. I
I
know.
obviously
Give me
like
a
well,
fat
it's
head.
not it's not obvious to everybody that's watching, but we had met through a book club,
Hmm.
Amy and Sarah's book club, and I had always watched your accounts and I'd followed you for a while before I even started my own. And I didn't have my own accounts up until last year, until I said I was
Yeah,
going to buy the bullet
when
and
we
go
all
for it.
forced you to make one.
Yeah, but I was
Yeah.
always looking at you getting PR, and I was always looking at you getting all these amazing proofs, and I was like, I want to be like Jessica. I want to
Yeah.
be like
And
Jessica.
look at you now.
Yeah, well, look, look, we're getting there. I'm not as, I'm not as good as you are, but we're still,
Please do.
I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing the stuff that you do as well on BookTok and Instagram, because there is people, I know you're not on BookTok anymore, but on Instagram, like, people absolutely adore like their content, your engagement, Jessica. Like, you've really, really, really good bunch of followers, like, and I love your
Yeah.
content. I absolutely
Thank
love
you.
your content.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're gonna
Yeah,
have to
I
still
just
go on it.
yeah, I know I will. As I said, like I'm manic for a few months and then I'll just have a little come down
Mm,
and then I'll go back
mm.
to it again. But I think that's the beauty of it as well, that I don't feel, as I said, that I have to post all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's at my leisure. Because like we are busy people, like we have kids, we have a house to run, we have families, and as I said to you there, like if it ever became a chore, then I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that may be the drop off moments where I feel like, oh, I feel like I have to post this,
Yeah. Yeah, I
and
get you.
I don't want to feel like that. I think when I'm good, I'm good, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Book subscriptions. What book subscriptions have you got?
Fairy Loot, which I just cancelled.
Oh, did
I know, I did,
you?
and I finally got onto the romantasy, adult, and YA
Yeah.
subscription. So the three book subscription, which I was on a waiting list for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Um, Initially when I first started out, this is like back in 2015, I had
Yeah.
Owlcrate. Do you know?
Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
actually
yeah.
like Owl Crate.
No,
I have a few of their books.
yeah, no, they're stunning now, but they
Yeah.
weren't so stunning back then because
Okay.
it was like the beginning stages of book subscriptions coming out,
Yeah.
and it was really expensive because it comes from the US, so like shipping
Yeah.
was a nightmare. But Fairy Loot, I just want them for my shelf because they're pretty.
Mm, yeah.
And I was like, Jessica, like, of course, there's a few I have read, like for
Yeah.
Alchemized, one of my favorite books of last year, like 10 out of 10. I know how you feel about it. I know it's one of your favorites too.
We're not going
That
to get
book,
into the whole.
I know.
Yeah.
I literally, I think about it daily. And that actually, one of my first viral videos on Instagram is about Alchemized, and
Yeah.
it's still going.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, sorry. My point is that I canceled it last month because I was like, okay, Jessica, you're not going to read. I don't read 80% of them.
I don't either. Mm.
Like they're
Yeah.
gorgeous, they're stunning, they look pretty on my shelves, but like no.
Yeah.
Like I
I know
have
it's
to
a lot
be
of
I
money.
could be spending my money on books that I'll actually read. And I don't know, maybe like I'm not as obsessed with a sprayed edge as I used to be. Like I am and
Yeah.
I'm not. I think
Yeah.
a lot of my bookshelves look really nice with or without them.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it was because I wanted to look aesthetically pleasing on the shelves. It's nice when you have sprayed edges and it's like, oh my God, look at that book, on her shelf. But
Yeah.
no, I cancelled it. I was like, and a lot of the choices for this year, because I follow a spoiler page on Instagram. I think it's Autumn Book Reads.
Yeah, Autumn
Yeah,
Book Read. She's amazing.
she's amazing. She does spoilers for
Bang on all the
all
time.
bang on all the time
Well,
for all
actually,
of the authors.
I'm going to leave
You
her
should.
handle there for people. Yeah, yeah, because she is amazing.
And yeah, a lot of the choices for this year, I'm like, ugh, no.
Yeah, yeah. Now I got it for this month. I cancelled because I have Fairly as well. I had the YA and I had the adult one. I cancelled my
Mm,
YA,
did you?
and I have skipped my adult one loads of times, but like I had no skips left, so like I had to get it this month or cancel it.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit kind of like, because like that, I was watching what Autumn had predicted for the next few months as well, and I was kind of like, right, there's one or two that I do want.
Mm.
But I'm just at that point as well where I'm like, I don't read any of my special editions. Like these ones all up here are actually Polish ones. So like I don't actually
Okay.
read. Yeah, I
Jessica, can you
don't
speak
actually.
Polish?
Yeah, well, no, I can't speak Polish, but I do go visit them every year. I go to Warsaw every year. So these are like all on my top shelf. Like they're all the ones I brought back from Poland. Like I don't actually read any of my special editions. So I'm kind
Yeah.
of like, it was at the start, I found it was like a burst because I wanted to get my library together. And because I was
Yeah.
like making content and stuff, like I think when I started, I might have had 10 physical books, to be honest with you. I might
Yeah,
have had
you
10
filled them out
physical
pretty
books.
quickly. I'll
You
give you
do?
that. You
Yeah.
did gather
Well,
them quite quickly.
I went on a bit of a spending spree, do you
You
know, but
did.
look, yeah, we went a bit
There
mad.
could be worse things you could spend your money on. So
That is it. Some people like to go for drinks on Saturday night.
yeah,
I
you
like to
like
buy
a
my
book.
books. like a book.
And
Yeah.
speaking of that, I read primarily on my Kindle.
Same. Yeah, same. The odd time I will read on paperback if it's a physical arc that comes from, say, like Penguin, or if it comes from
Yeah.
like Book Break, or companies like that I have to arc read the book for. I will, Pat Macmillan as well, whenever they send me like a physical arc copy, I will actually read the physical arc, but I do prefer the ebook. I prefer the Kindle. Have
Yeah,
you got the
I
basic
just
Kindle, or?
I have the newest Kindle. So,
Oh,
well,
of
not
course you do.
the
Oh,
not the
not the
not
color
the
soft one.
not the colors off the
Okay.
2024 Paperwhite.
Will you get the color
And
soft?
I was going to get it
Mm,
during the Black Friday sales because it always goes down to like 200 quid.
yeah,
And like a lot of people, like I don't annotate and I would rarely highlight.
same.
So I was like, a lot of people get it for that reason alone, to highlight and for
Yeah.
annotating. So I was like, the colors aren't very bright.
Mm,
Like it isn't like a lot of people that have had both, like the Kindle I have now and the Kindle Color
yeah.
Soft, said that they wouldn't bother with the Color Soft. So
Yeah, it's
unless
like
something
300
happens to
euro. Like,
mine, yeah,
mm,
unless something happens to mine, then perhaps I will consider it. But for now, no. Like my other one, I left on the oven stove and it burned a horrible death by accident. So,
you left it on the stove,
I did, yeah. And then obviously
Jessica.
went to cook something. I know it's black. My stove is black. It was going to happen. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's okay. Do you have a favorite? Well, we say Irish influencer. Have you got a favorite book influencer at the minute?
I had to laugh that sheet I threw away pretending that was a Chloe Walsh book. I actually wrote down some accounts on it.
Did you?
Obviously you, Bee's Book
Oh,
Corner.
look. Thanks so
Watch
much,
me, watch me struggle to get. Oh, that sheet's gone. Um, Tiny Empire of Books, who's also a really good friend of mine, Christina. She's the one that would read a lot of historical fiction,
I'm actually
Greek
going to go follow
mythology.
her. Mm.
Yeah, she reads a lot of books that we wouldn't typically read. So there you are.
Yeah,
There's a girl that you can follow for Rex. Julie's book reviews, also another close friend of mine, would read a lot of books that I wouldn't necessarily read.
yeah.
She's also very good. Meg's Crafty Creations would be another
Oh, I
one.
love her
Love
account.
Meg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
She's a really nice girl.
She is. She's lovely, and she has a
Mm.
severe book buying problem. Like her shelves actually started to bow in. She'll kill me for this now. Like her shelves were literally bowing down on each other because they couldn't
God.
handle the weight of her books anymore.
Wow.
Um, Sarah reads, our girl Sarah, love her
Oh, do
content.
you know what? Yeah, she is an absolute queen, and she's absolutely smashing it. She's doing Belfast Books and Ball Gowns with me now next year.
Yeah,
And I was over the moon when she got that place. Absolutely over
yeah,
the moon, because obviously I was the only girl from down south that got the influencer spot.
it's a
So
spot.
I was
Yeah.
panicking. I was really panicking. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to know anyone, because I was only new on the book talk scene myself when I actually
Mm.
got the place. And when Sarah got it, I was like, oh my God, yes. Because
And you'll
she's
have a
just,
buddy.
yeah, she's amazing. Sarah's just the best, and she's so supportive as well. And anything you want to
She is.
know, she is. And her
She's so
account
good.
is doing incredible. Her account is doing amazing. Her content is amazing as well. Really, really good.
Yeah, she's who I would love to be,
Yeah.
but I can't be arsed. Do you know?
I love your honesty. I love your honesty.
Yeah, like this is where I come back to, like, book talk isn't for me. Like
Yeah.
I'm not down with all like the cool editing. Like I could if I wanted to, but
Yeah.
like I just said there, like I cannot be arsed. I want the least effort possible. It
It's a
sounds
lot.
awful.
No, it's a lot of commitment. To be honest with you, like, I'm a stay-at-home mommy now. Obviously, because both my girls are on the spectrum. Well, not
Hmm.
obviously, because you know this, viewers at home don't. But my girls are on the spectrum, so I'm stay-at-home full-time mommy looking after the two girls, and I am not joking. I work harder now than I did when I was working my
Yeah,
full-time job, and I worked in the HSE for years, like, and I actually work harder now
yeah,
doing editing and doing you name it for social media, and like I don't get any reward really from it, bar I get like my, like obviously the proofs and stuff and my art reads
yeah.
and bits and bobs like that, like, so it's not as easy what people think, like, on the editing side of things. Oh my God. For someone that is severely dyslexic, I can tell you one thing for nothing, it is a
Well, you're
challenge.
smashing it.
I don't think I am though, but
No,
thank you,
you
Jessica.
are.
It's
You are.
just
Like
could be
you
better.
take to things like a fish in water. You do.
I think it's just the ADHD. I convince myself I can do it when I can't really. I'm just half
Yeah.
arsing it. And then I make myself look like I'm actually, when I'm not really. Because to be honest with you, a lot of the time, Keith is helping me behind the scenes. Like, he
Mm.
is like, honest to God, like, if I have a technology problem, like, he is the man in calling to come and fix it. Like,
Yeah.
there's been more times I've threw the phone at him and be like, come here, can you just do that for me?
Yeah.
Because I
I've
don't
had
have the
enough now.
patience. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
all roses and plain sailing, let me tell you, either behind the camera. You know, it's hard. It's hard
You
work.
need
I
to
don't think
do,
people
you
get
should do a bloopers reel or a bloopers video of like you just trying to
it.
do things.
If
It would
you
be so funny.
see my bloopers from last year, I was looking back on my phone and it was like, right, so I'm sitting here and I've got the camera or the mic in the camera and I'm like,
Yeah.
I just finished this book. Oh, for fuck's sake, that shit.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just the
That's
way it
me
is.
every time. Yeah.
Like, yeah, I have
Literally.
a camera roll full of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So any other influencers that you like, or is that it?
That's pretty much it. Like I wouldn't like go onto Instagram and go straight like obviously the people I engage with, I will look up their
Mm,
accounts and support and whatever, but like
yeah,
that's like really it's a load of accounts that I love on Instagram.
yeah,
Um but yeah, it's just there would be the main people that I would go straight to. It's like
yeah,
we wake up in the morning and you look at a newspaper, but instead it's V's Book Corner or it's Sarah
yeah,
Reed's on Instagram. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
what did they
No.
post today?
Do you actually get good recs from Irish book talkers?
Um,
Do you think we have a place? Do you think we have like a place like in this big talk world? Because I know it is
oh God,
predominantly
yeah.
American and English girls. Do you think we do? Like,
Yes, yes, of course you do.
yeah,
Like anything, I think the Irish are always late to the party. We always
okay,
kind of just come in after everyone else, you know,
yeah,
because
yeah,
like I said there, like it's been predominantly ruled by US and English book influencers, and then the Irish kind of just went, oh, we can do this too, you know, and that's
yeah.
the same for a lot of things with Irish people. But there's definitely a place for us. I think we have amazing authors here
We
in
do.
Ireland,
Yeah, we
you
do.
know, that deserve so much love and so much recognition for the work that they do. You know, because of my account, I've read a lot of books from people that I wouldn't necessarily have picked a book up from who are Irish
Yeah,
authors.
mm,
You know, so in that sense, fantastic. You know, we
yeah,
have a lot of talent here, and I think it's our job to spread the good word about the Irish authors, you know.
yeah, yeah. And I don't see a lot of that though. I'll be very honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of it. Like, and I've said this all the time. Like, I had a couple of authors reaching out to me, and their genre would be kind of like Irish mythology. And
Mm.
it's not really a genre that I would read, but it's going to be now. It is going to be now because the books that they have sent me and that I've read have been absolutely incredible. And when
Yeah.
I have like accepted and like they've emailed me and be like, no, I have a very severe problem. Like, I find it really hard to tell people no because I'm so soft. Like, I'd be like, oh my God, of course I'll read it for you. I'd be like, yeah, that's no problem. And when I actually was chatting back and forth with one of these authors, she had actually said to me that she reached out to numerous Irish book talk girlies, and none of them would even open her messages,
Yeah.
you know. And
Yeah. See,
I was so
I
annoyed. I
don't
was like,
think
why?
I'd ever get to that point
Yeah,
in my book career, my online book career, to ever
yeah,
like if I didn't want to read the book, I would at least open the message and say, "Oh, hey, like sorry, I'm
yeah,
not taking requests at the moment or whatever."
yeah,
To like, or I don't arc read, or you know, at least have the common decency to say, "Thank you so much for your message. I appreciate the offer, but insert excuse here."
yeah,
You know.
yeah. No, she said to me that she was finding it hard to even get anybody to open a message, like, you know, and I just found that really disheartening. And I was like, what is the
Mm,
whole point? Like, if you think for 1 second, Rena Kent is looking at your posts that you're posting,
mm,
she's not sitting there looking at your content.
no,
So why would you not
but
sit there and make a video for your Irish author?
exactly, and
Yeah,
that will mean like I just did an arc read there for Jen Bray, and like she was incredible. We did a book tour for her, so like people
yeah,
were posting like every day about her book, and like she was so incredibly grateful. Like she'd message you
mm.
privately. She even invited me to the book launch. You know,
My
like
God, amazing.
Irish are second to none. You
Yeah,
know, like they're extremely grateful. Like there's no, there'll never be a just a thank you. It'll be a big mad message of how
yeah,
appreciative they are.
Tanya
you know.
Sweeney was the same when I read her book, Esther's Now
Mhm.
Following You. She was the same. She was like, I didn't expect her, like, I tagged her in the post and I didn't expect her to even see it, like, because you'd be so used to that with big authors not looking at your
Yeah.
content anyway. And like, she private messaged me. She was like, thank you so much. Like, I really appreciate it. And I was like, oh my
Mm.
God. I was like,
You won't
it's
get
so
that anywhere else.
nice. No, you won't. No, no.
No,
Rena Kent's not mailing you anyway to say thank you. You
no, she is
know,
not.
no, she
Neither is
definitely is
SGM.
not. Well, let's talk about Sarah J. Maas, right? Because obviously Sarah J. Maas is our favourite author, I think, between the
Yes.
two of us at the minute. Bar Chloe Walsh will agree that it is Sarah J.
Well, if you
Maas.
want to put them into genres, then
Yes,
Chloe's
yeah,
my favorite author of emotional trauma because that's all her books
absolutely.
are. And well,
Yeah,
I suppose SGM could be put in that category as well, to be honest.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I
but
have a very important question for you, okay, when it
okay,
comes to Trona Glass, okay? Very
okay,
important question.
I'm ready.
Assassin's Blade. Assassin's Blade, first or third?
First,
Yes,
first.
yes, yes.
I
Now,
don't understand why
disclaimer,
people read a third.
I read a third, right? Disclaimer, I read a
Why?
third. I know, yeah. Because when I first got into it, I wasn't sure in what order to read. And like that,
Hmm.
I went on a book talk, and every book talker was like, no, it has to be read third. So I read a third. I regret that decision every single day of my life because if I read it first, it probably would have tore me apart even more than what I did, to be honest with you.
Yeah, first. I'll always say first. I'll never say third. I won't
Yeah,
even like. I reread the series so many times, and I've never read it third. In all my rereads, it's always
I
been
know.
first because it sets up the scene. Like you
Yeah,
have Selena, who is
yeah,
a spoilt bitch,
yeah,
and you need to see why she isn't like
yeah.
that anymore.
Yes, you need to see the journey and you need to see what has gotten her because I find if you don't read that book, and I know loads of people haven't read that book, you're not going to understand Kingdom of Ash. You're not going to get it. It's not
Yeah,
going to hit you. It's not going to all tie in because it's a journey. It's an absolute, right up until
yeah,
that last minute, it's a journey and it all stems from that book. You need to,
yeah.
it's so important. That little novella is so important.
Because she's taken so many journeys in Assassin's Blade like that all come to fruition in the last book. But yeah, first,
Can
hit me
you
with your
believe
next
she
one.
wrote that series when she was 16? Can you believe it?
No,
No,
I was
you'd never
drunk in a
think it.
field at 16.
Yeah, yeah. Do you
I
know
was
what
under
I
a bridge at
hate?
16, drinking bottles of VS.
We were worried about the frog of disco at 16. Never mind throwing a glass.
Yeah, never mind throwing a glass.
I think for me, I just think that it's just, there's no smut. It's not a smutty book. It's
Mm.
it's pure plot. It's
When it
pure.
gets to the smut, it's chef's kiss.
It's yeah. It's not like small heavy dark romance. You wouldn't even
No,
say
no,
it's
no,
dark
no.
fantasy, dark romance, or anything like that. It's not like a
The
little bit of
smut
smut, like
is the smut is where the smut should be.
yes,
Like,
it's a
yeah.
perfect example of that. It's not bombarded with like smut scene, smut scene, smut scene. Like you get such a story and a journey from
Hmm.
this series. I know it's a massive commitment and people look at it as like so many books and they're like, no, I'm not reading that. I'm not going to commit to it. But it is absolutely epic. It's top tier. I think it's better than Akhtar. I would go as far as saying it's better than
Agree.
Akhtar.
Agree.
Yeah, yeah. What's your favorite book in the series?
Oh, okay. Air fryer. Sorry, now I love them all, right? And
Yeah.
air fryer isn't my fave. Sorry, isn't my top.
Ooh.
But there's a moment in air fryer where when I knew that Rowan was going to be my favorite book boyfriend ever, and it's when he punched her in the face.
Yes! I loved it. I
Yeah,
absolutely loved it. Like he hated her. Like this was the perfect example of enemies to lovers, right? Because when he
yeah,
punched her in the face, I was like, there's no fucking way these two are going to end up together. I was like,
yeah. He
they
was
hate
so
each other.
he was just sick of her shit.
He was absolutely sick of her shit. And I was
Yeah,
literally sitting there and I was like, oh my God. I was like, these are not going to have, like, they're not going to be together. I was like, how the hell is she going to
yeah,
pull this off? He just punched her in the face.
yeah. And
Amazing.
then that for that, and then for Empire of Storms,
Oh,
I'll
I
just
think,
say one line, where's my wife? Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then we get
Do
into
you know
Kingdom
what
of
it was
Ash.
for me? Queen of Shadows. Do you know what it was for me in Queen of Shadows? And it always sticks with me, Jessica. And it's probably one of my most favorite
Oh,
parts of
can
the
I guess what it
series.
is? Is it in the theater?
No, Caltaine.
Okay, go on.
Caltaine Rompier,
Oh, with the
when she blows herself up.
oh yes, 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 yes.
I just think it's
Yeah,
so pivotal. I just think it's so. Do you know what it is for me, actually? It's just such a women empowered series. Like,
yeah.
all the women are so powerful in them. Even Caltaine Rompier, even though, like, I know she was
Even a
like,
lead.
yes,
Yeah,
yes, absolutely, yeah,
yeah. Kingdom of Ash is my favorite though. Yeah, Kingdom of Ash
yeah.
is my favorite for so many reasons. Like, do you know when she escapes, when Aelin escapes and she's running through the
Oh,
forest, and
and Larkin is
she,
running after her to try and.
Larkin is trying to guide her to him, and she knows it's real because if it had been fake, it would have been Rowan she would have heard, but she knew it was real because it was Larkin, and it's like to me, come to me. I was gone. I
I was
actually just couldn't
gone.
cope. I was
I
gone. And
couldn't do
then
it. Yeah.
when she was screaming to take the mask off, then I was like, to take it off.
Oh my God, yeah. There was never a moment in my whole reading life that I have ever experienced a reality like that in my life. Like, you can actually envision yourself in that scene with her screaming, take that off. That's
Yeah,
how pivotal that moment was in that book,
yeah,
like, and how well Sarah J. Maas wrote that you actually feel that you're there and you can actually nearly feel her physically trying to pull this thing off her face. Like,
yeah.
yeah, that always sticks with me as well, Jessica. It was just
And of
insane.
course, when the 13 sacrificed themselves to Hermanon.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We
Yeah.
have a list. There is a full on list here, isn't
Yeah,
there, of heartbreak?
Kingdom of Ash is just awful in the terms of like it's just so much emotional damage.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Um,
full.
but I love everyone. Like I even love Cale. Like I do. Is that how you pronounce his name? I
Yeah.
liked his book. I
Um,
liked Tower of John. Like a lot of people will find that controversial, but I actually enjoyed his book.
will you judge me? Will you judge
Sue
me
me.
if will you judge me if I tell you that I
No,
was really disappointed going into the third book that they weren't together? Yeah, I was
oh,
kind of like, it's
oh,
Selena
please
and
now,
Kale.
Kale,
Yeah,
who plays. Oh, right.
I was kind of really disappointed. I was like, hold on here now, what's going on? I was like,
No, I literally despised him from like book from Crown of Midnight onwards. Sorry, from Crown of Midnight to Tower of before Tower of Dawn, I despised him because oh my
okay.
God, what do you mean the king's assassin assassinates people? Like he was shook that this woman kills people.
Yeah, yeah, he
He's the
was.
king's
Yeah, yeah,
assassin.
yeah. No
What does
reality there as well.
assassin mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, top tier. We'll reread it until the cows come home. Like I'll be 90 in a nursing home, hopefully,
Yeah.
and I will just be like in a land far, far away. You know?
Once upon a time in a land long since
Yeah,
burned from ash, there lived a young
yeah,
princess who loved her
that would be
kingdom.
me. That would be me.
Oh, Jessica, I am just going to run into your last now next. So if you could give us your last book, your now book, and your next book.
Okay, my last book was Dear Debbie by Frida McFadden. McFadden, loved it.
Okay.
4 stars. Debbie is an icon. My now is Daggermouth. Can't remember the author's name, but already know it's going to be a
Oh,
7 star read.
really?
Yeah, this is proper enemies that I don't even consider them ever being lovers, and we're at the 55% mark
Okay,
situation.
I need to pick that up.
It's really good. And
Okay.
next, I'm probably gonna read. So I was reading the Four Horsemen series by Laura Thalassa.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Really, really good. I have the last book to read, Death, so I'll probably finish off that series and read
Okay.
Death after Daggermouth.
Jessica, we are going to do some quick fire questions. These are all Trona Glass based because I know you love it so much.
I
So
love it.
let's get into it. So we've already asked this, but we'll run through it again. Assassin's Blade, first and third.
First,
Okay. Team Rowan or Team Kale?
Rowan.
Yeah,
How's that even a question?
yeah. Favorite favorite member of the cadre?
Fenris.
Yeah, without doubt. Aelin or Manon?
Aiden.
Oh wow. The most
Yeah.
heartbreaking death scene in the series.